everyone, welcome to Time Chased Confidential. Hello, welcome to Time Chased Confidential. Today we are discussing what it's about and the characters in it. Time Chased, it's our new spin-off, and it's about a young boy with strange powers. First, we are talking about Sean.
Yeah, Sean is a boy's a bit of a mystery. We met him on a moon called Exodus, didn't we?
Yes.
Where he was with his friend Taran. And so far, all we know about Sean is that he used some very strange powers and destroyed a lot of Daleks. We don't know if he comes from Exodus or who or what he really is. Now, the 11th Doctor makes a brief cameo in the first episode where he thinks, I think he's got a lot of problems of his own, and he thinks he can quickly sort out Sean by sending him back to the 70s, 80s, where John Pertwee's character, version of the Doctor was. The thing is, we don't know how the Doctor knew about Sean, how he knew to turn up at that time, and also it seems he's made a bad mistake and he seriously underestimated the Daleks. The new Dalek Paragon. Supreme Dalek. Right. He's just the boss. They've examined Sean, and the Daleks at this stage, they've only just come out of the progenitor. They're not a very powerful faction, and what they're doing is they're flying around in space, raiding places for resources. That's why they're originally on Exodus. And the strategist. Now this character, he was on the raid on Exodus. He's called the Prime Strategist because he was the first one out the progenitor. And I think he's the Supreme Dalek wasn't too happy with him because the mission failed. But I think the strategist is quite keen to try and get his revenge on Sean. Also, I don't think he's happy with the Supreme Dalek because he thinks he's only the Supreme Dalek because he came out the progenitor first, and the strategist thinks he's done more to earn it. So there could be some more political infighting later. Right. Eternal Dalek. We've made a lot of stuff up with the Eternal Dalek, haven't we, Sean? We've taken a lot of liberties because no one really knows what he does. So first, the Eternal Dalek is very dangerous. He can teleport through time. He's very powerful at exterminating. And also we've seen that he can actually open time corridors. He's like the most lethal weapon in the Daleks' current arsenal. And he's relentlessly pursuing Sean through time. This Doctor, he's quite he knows something's wrong with time because part of our story is things that happened in the future, like the Pandorica and time being rewritten, have affected his time in the past, and he knows something's wrong with the time streams and things are happening that just shouldn't be happening. But he's trying to make the best of a bad situation. Our Brigadier, he's a bit battle-hardened. I think the past, it's been worse than the past we saw on television. He's lost a lot of men. He's desperate to protect his men. He's he wants better weaponry, which is one of the subplots. So eventually he goes to see Bracewell. Well, that's another part of time that changed, and he's got some new weaponry from Bracewell. He's still a good friend of the Doctor, very brave, and also, despite his initial reservation, he quite likes having Sean about the place. Just admit, I haven't written that well for Jo. Perhaps I'm not that good at writing. She likes having Sean about. He's come along for the ride, but at the moment she hasn't taken too active a role because we've had so many characters. So we'll try and do some more with Jo in the future. I think Sergeant Benton, he's a bit unflappable, really, isn't he? He's very brave. He just gets on with it. I think he's quite
a strange dog, but rather than...
Turns out he's a mutant dog, the Doctor found. He's very tough, and he's got some he's got a venomous bite, which the Master found out about. So Sean's bonded with him, and he's a friend of Sean. So Sean and Moffat are a bit of a double act, and we'll be seeing more of the Master later, and he's been humiliated, so he's going to be more dangerous than ever when he comes back. Also, there's some unanswered questions about who is the Master working for. How did he know about Sean so quickly? So there's mysterious forces at work that haven't yet been revealed. Lilia is a warrior from the far future. She's from a Spartan-like society where they even arm the young children. She's got some highly advanced weaponry, and she's right out of time stream. Somehow the Master brought her there, and even the Doctor wouldn't go near these Wayhakens. And these Daleks, they might be new to everyone else, but she would only have ever seen them in a history book. And so she's quite tenacious. Because she was tricked by the Master, she now feels it's her duty to look after Sean. Is Shaw here? And she's on the moon base. She's the commander. She's the commander of the moon base. Liz Shaw. Because of the space restrictions, they can't afford to have anyone on the moon base who's not a scientist. Because of her experience, she was a natural choice in our alternative universe to lead the moon base. Right now, Silurians. Right, we've taken a few liberty with the Silurians, and there's a few different types. We've encountered them on the planet, and they're quite a peaceful, nature-loving people. But in this universe, you have to stay heavily armed. Another mystery is what time zone are they actually in. So, yes, the Brigadier assumes they've gone down into the past to meet the Silurians, but he might not actually be right.